A sonnet is a poetic form with 14 lines and a strict rhyme scheme. Each line has 10 syllables. Iambic pentameter is commonly used when writing a sonnet. It is a type of meter with its own particular rhythm. This rhythm is measured in small groups called feet. Iambic refers to the type of foot that is used, while pentameter means that there are 5 of them. The rhythm is made by using stressed and unstressed syllables. Iambic refers to the rhythm that has an unstressed syllable followed by a stressed syllable. Now you may be confused at the difference between stressed and unstressed syllables, but it's okay. Let's look at the word teacher. Notice how I say that? Teacher. The first syllable is stressed. You can tell because sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's higher, and sometimes it's louder. Teacher. So now that we know what stressed and unstressed syllables are, let's look at them in the context of a sonnet and iambic pentameter. You should notice with the word teacher that the stress is on the first syllable, but when we look at iambic pentameter, the stress should be on the second syllable because we have a non-stressed, then stressed pattern. So when reading or writing iambic pentameter, the stress should be more like da-dum. So when we're looking at iambic pentameter, you should remember that there are 5 of these patterns, so it should go da-dum, 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 da-dum for each line. We're going to move away from iambic pentameter for a little bit, but don't forget what it is because it's very important to sonnets. Next, we're going to look at the rhyme scheme of a sonnet. Typically, in a Shakespearean sonnet, which there were 154 of them, the rhyme scheme will go A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. An important thing to note about this popular rhyme scheme is the G, G at the end. This is called a couplet, which is a pair of lines in a verse that rhyme. So now let's try and put all of these elements together into a real sonnet. We're going to look at Shakespeare, because he was probably the most famous sonneteer there ever was. This is sonnet number 18. Some of you may have heard of it before, but others may not have. Now we'll just look at the first line. Remember, every sonnet must have 14 lines with 10 syllables each. So count 10 syllables in the first line. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? So looking back on the whole sonnet, you will see that it is a classic Shakespeare sonnet, with 14 lines, 10 syllables in each line, following the classic A, B, C, D, C, D, etc. rhyme form. Also noting that there is a couplet at the end. It is an iambic pentameter with 5 sets of non-stressed, stressed syllables. So, I hope you've learned something about sonnets, or sonettos in Italian. Just remember, a sonnet consists of 14 lines with 10 syllables each. Iambic pentameter is 5 groupings of non-stressed, stressed syllables. Stressed syllables are longer, louder, and higher, while unstressed aren't. And a couplet is a pair of lines in a verse that often rhyme.